We've been dealing with a lot of grass since we moved to this garden spot. It's been a problem year after year, so we've tried several different things, and I wanted to talk a little bit about what worked and what didn't. So to start with, we tilled this whole area, and we planted, and then we put flakes of hay all around the plants as they came up, like the Ruth Stout method. And that worked really well for the first year. And then by the end of that first season, we were starting to get some grass poking through. And it wasn't new grass coming from the seeds in the hay. It was coming from the roots. It was creeping in from all around outside the garden. So the next year we put more hay on top, and we had more problems with the grass just creeping in. We have the neighbor's pasture over here that has really thick irrigated grass. So the seeds blow in and the roots creep in, and it's just an ongoing problem. So the next year we tried Charles Dowding's method. We did it again this year in this spot so I could show you. You lay down cardboard right on top of the grass and weeds, and then you pile compost on top. And it looked really nice once we first got it all done. It was a lot of work to do this entire garden space. And then by the end of the season, we were having the same problem with the grass just poking right through the cardboard. Once the cardboard got wet and soft, those grass roots were still able to get through. So we did this in this back bed this year, and we've already had to weed this a few times, and the plants aren't real happy. I did have another area outside of the main garden where I did the same thing. The grass was not as bad there, and that's worked really well. The cardboard smothered out the weeds and grass, and the weeding has been really manageable in that spot. I haven't had to put new cardboard on each year, just a little bit of compost. But this main garden area, by the end of last season, was just completely taken over by grass. So what we ended up doing is getting this landscaping fabric, and we just put this down and poked holes where each plant goes. You can burn holes. You can make a template out of plywood and use a blowtorch to burn holes so that this doesn't fray. We didn't want to spend 80 or 100 bucks on a piece of plywood this year with the cost of lumber right now. So we opted to just cut the holes. Without a template, the blowtorch just melts the whole thing. It doesn't really make a neat and tidy hole. But we have been really happy with this. We've hardly had to do any weeding. So putting this down over this entire garden area, which, let's see, the area we put it down on was probably, I'd say, 50 by 60, and it cost about $200. You can get a smaller roll for a smaller area. We've put loads of compost on here over the past few years, so we had pretty good soil. It was just with the grass competition, nothing was growing very well. So this landscaping fabric has really helped things to take off. It's supposed to last for about 5 years. And since we live in a cold climate, I think the black actually helps add a little bit of warmth. And it seems to hold in the moisture better. So we definitely will be doing this again, especially for grass control. We probably could take this off after a couple years and the grass will be gone, but it's going to continue creeping in from that pasture as long as we're in this spot.